Well, at first it was just a vision, a dream, and then the dream became reality, because Donald Trump, or as I rather like to call him, Ronald Trump, has already outshone Reagan himself. A rare breed of president, one who not only keeps his campaign promises, but delivers them fast, with a whoop and holler. The main problem of the USA and Europe alike is the hostile invasion, savages, Islamists, drug dealers, looters and the like. As for America, Trump has already taken colossal steps to de-occupy the land and secure the borders. He flattened Panama, Colombia, Mexico and Canada, forcing them to shut down the influx of savages, drug dealers and illegals into the USA. For years, decades, no one could, but he did. Next, the United States, like Western Europe, is tainted by a tumor, but in America's case it was stage 4. Worse still, the monster, the so-called deep state, remains on the premises undefeated. Calling it the deep state is too mild. It's a monstrosity, a syndicate of officials, bureaucrats and deadweights, a ravenous blight, an aggressive canker that devoured everything, strangulating the American people and the world. And one of its limbs, the USA, was just another tool in the criminal's arsenal used to wound America and other nations. It munched on what American taxpayers earned through blood and sweat. Going forth, no one will explain this to you as thoroughly as I will. The real menace to America wasn't just the US aid, nor was it merely the global push for leftism. The problem was rooted within the USA itself. In truth, a grand fraud was orchestrated at the taxpayers' expense. And that's how the so-called Democratic Party, which isn't democratic at all, just a totalitarian left-wing sect, stayed afloat. It survived thanks to state-sponsored campaign managers who hoodwinked voters with their own money, securing their support and ensuring the endless re-elections of Biden and all the leftist ilk. Just think of it. This is the very monster, the tumor that has substituted real democracy in the USA. Campaign managers duping the half-witted, foolish public with the election's red herring, simply lined up an echelon of left-wing candidates, whether for senator or even president. Think it over. Biden was utterly incapable, just a sick, senile old man, and his vice president, Kamala Harris, suffered from the same severe cognitive issues. Yet they were in charge, on TV, shielded by their administration. They kept the ugly truth hidden. By they, I mean the deep state, the USA and their lot. It was a crime against the American people. Now, Trump and Musk, assigned to eradicate this blight, are working to disavow, cleanse and cast them out. The battle ahead is colossal, more harrowing than any actual war, because this isn't just about cutting out a tumor from the government, it's about tearing it out from society and from the people. Look at real estate prices plummeting in Washington, proof of just how many feckless deadweight officials were living there, fattened on taxpayers' money. The numbers are staggering. Thousands of perfectly worthless bureaucrats, leeching off others to spin lies and false pretenses. And here's another thought. There are other countries where the same system, same institutions, same conglomerates are at work, using the same political campaign machinery to keep the same people in power, same faces over and over again. Such was the case in the USA, but now Trump's cleaning up the mess. That's the order of the day. If the flagship of democracy, the United States of America, sinks, then it's all over. All hope for free-thinking people across the world is lost, dead and gone. You need to understand, Trump's top mission, and that of his team he gathered, is to save the USA, to rescue its economy, its finances, to free it from the occupiers, those left-wing officials. He has already achieved colossal success, but this is only the beginning. The battle ahead will be fierce. More assassination attempts, more sabotage. Left-wing scum and their judges will do everything to obstruct perfectly legal decrees. Decrees issued by a man chosen by the American majority. That majority declared, "We want reforms." But the left-wing officials and judges are choking those reforms, revolting against the voters, against the people. They are fascist, left-wing fascists. And when dealing with fascists, any fascist or terrorists, forget negotiations, it's impossible. There's only one way: take them out, eliminate them, or lock them in a cell. And now Trump and Musk stand face to face with the vicious Hydra. Everything is coming to light now. The whole world is talking about the United States and Trump. Not long ago they laughed, they sneered, saying the USA isn't the USA anymore. Every git felt free to mock and humiliate Biden, but then in a second everything changed, because now a strong figure is in charge, and he's brought other strong figures with him, young and full of ardor. This is the power of fair elections. A marvel. Who would have thought that fixing a nation requires only to have free elections? Other countries ought to try too. Genuine, just and open elections so that the individual can step up, reform his homeland, and make life better for everyone. Exactly what Trump is doing right now. For 3 years, these misfits and predators and scuds and leftists and punks and buggers babbled on about how impossible it was to tackle the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Utterly unfeasible, they said. Well, listen up, you bastardly bloggers and local lowlifes. I said to tackle the conflict because no other term fits the situation. What negotiations are you even talking about when the rivals can stand to hear each other? Only a free agent can fix this. Exactly what Trump is doing right now. I told you, let me sort this out. I'm on the scene, I'm a Russian man. I have followers in both Russia and Ukraine. We speak the same language, let me handle it. Nobody listened. Instead, those bloggers scoffed. Oh, he thinks he can pull it off by himself and nobody else in the world can. But this is what we see now, you mutts. One man is doing is fine, his name is Trump. But he's an outsider, friendly yet harsh. I'm friendly too, but my methods would be smoother. You'd like them, you'd want more, see? I would have solved this conflict. Even the skeptical drama queens would have found it savory and begged for more. Eating always whets the appetite. That being said, the first weeks of Trump's rule have been pure rapture. I'm having a damn good time every single day. One can stew himself to the eyebrows in Crystal Brut and Veuve Clicquot. So, to everyone asking how I celebrate Trump's victory and his reforms, listen up. I pop the cork on a Veuve Clicquot, crown my head with a Schirmmütze, and settle bimbo spinning. Like in Police Academy... Oh, never mind. Long story short, I turn on the melody and go on a spree. And why shouldn't I? What Trump's doing is one hell of a reason to celebrate. Of course, I worry about him, not just because of assassination threats, but because of his age as well. After all, he's almost 80 and working from dusk till dawn. He even pulled off 3 rallies a day. On top of that, he's running non-stop operations in Florida to make his reforms a reality. Then, his truly grand inauguration speech. And every day since, he's been managing countless global affairs, because he took the initiative. Trump has a commanding voice in the regulation of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and when it comes to the USA and every country around it, both in North and South America, the ones causing troubles with immigration crisis and drug trafficking, he also owns the situation. What a lie to say that Trump pulls down Europe. He didn't slight Europeans either, he's saving them. Vance's speech, a truly remarkable one, was about Europe's salvation, and Trump stands by the sensible people within Europe. That was only to be expected. I would have done the same, and, my dearest ones, I will.